Greetings from Card Scraps with Brenda Cook. Today we're going to do a new technique. It is called wax paper resist. Makes some fabulous backgrounds, as you can see here. Here's an example. Okay, without further ado, let's get all the pieces together. You're going to have your brayer. You're going to have some classic ink of your choice, wax paper, scrap paper, and also some glossy white cardstock, a napkin, paper towel, and your iron. Okay, let's move this stuff out so we can get going. We're going to make a little sandwich here. But before we do that, the first thing we've got to do is we've got to ball this wax paper up. Don't you just love doing this? I know you do. I do. Great stress reliever if you've got any stress. I don't have any stress. Alright, then what you're going to do is you're going to open it back up. But don't pull it too snug because you don't want to pull any of your wrinkles out, because your wrinkles is what's going to give you the splotchy effect. You want to make sure that your wax paper is big enough to cover the area that you want to do the technique on. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your white glossy cardstock and you're going to lay the gloss side down. You could actually, where I've got the scrap paper here, if you wanted to, you could actually take and put another piece of glossy cardstock on there and just have the cardstock facing up. So in essence, what you've got to do here is make sure that your glossy is facing the wax paper for the effect to happen. Okay, then the next thing that you do is you take your iron. I've got it on the highest setting that I can get on there without it being steam. You don't want it on steam. And you take it, you press it down, and make sure that you get the corners and the edges very good, because they seem to have a tendency not to want to pick up very well. The center and everything picks up fine, so I go over my edges 2 or 3 times. Okay, that should be enough. Alright, then what you do, oh, look, look, look. I don't know if you can see it or not, but see all the wax in there? Alright, at this point you could actually throw away your scrap paper and your wax paper if you wanted to, but I'm going to leave mine here so that I can have it to protect my work area. Alright, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your classic ink. Let's see, I'm using Bermuda Bay here. You can use whatever color of the project you're working on. And you're going to load up your brayer. This project, unlike many other brayering projects, you don't have to go in a certain direction. You can go in any direction when you start applying it to your paper. And it's going to take a couple of wax and put some on there. This is the fun part. Watch. Oh, yes. You can go down again. Now, just because I've been trying to learn a lot about brayering, it says it goes in, that you should go in the same direction, but you really don't have to on this project. In fact, I think on this kind of project, actually, if you go in different directions, that you're going to get better coverage. But everywhere that you don't see any ink, that's where the wax is. This is a great technique from background papers. It reminds me of wild animal print. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually mix a second color in here. I'm undecided as to whether to go light first and dark second. It just depends on, I guess, the effect you're trying to get. Okay, if you'll notice these lighter areas around the edges, that's where the wax didn't pick up, so that means that I didn't quite put it down enough. But in my opinion, you don't want to get the same tone all over the whole piece of paper. I like having the different tone values in there. Okay, after you finish that, you cut off your iron, and you cap up your ink, close that up, and all you got to do is like take this to the sink and it'll wash right off, so you don't have a real problem with that. The last thing you need to do, after you've got your ink the way that you want it, you take and you wipe it off. See how it's coming up? But look at that vibrancy of that piece of paper. Is that awesome or what? Now she's ready to work with. That is so pretty. I've got an aquatic card swap coming up, so I'm thinking about trying to incorporate this somehow into the background to represent the sea. Here's a couple of other pieces that I've done. This is crushed curry. This is crushed curry, and I sponged in some soft suede. And this is soft suede. Isn't that beautiful? This looks just like Animal Kingdom for sure. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this technique today. I want you to know that you can find the PDF tutorial on this same technique at our site under the resource section. And also we've set up a gallery where you can share the projects that you make with this technique. We would love to see them. In a couple of days I will also put a card that I made with this background on it. I think it's really cute. It's like a child's birthday card. So be sure to look out for that. It's coming soon. So visit us today at www.cardscraps.com/blog. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.